Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. Um, you can tell from the title. What would you want in the new world? Like, not what you want, but what would you like to see in the new world? Basically, you know. And what would you like to basically experience in the new world? Because what you're gonna say right now is what you're gonna go through, you know. And most people might be like, "Oh, whatever" and shit, but your words have power, and eventually, the more each day goes by, event eventually soon when each day goes by, the manifestation of what you're doing, it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. We can already do that anyways, but it's going to take less time this time. All right, that's what it is. That's why do you think the time is always going fast? You look at the time and you be like, what it's 5 o'clock. I just looked at the time not so long ago. It was like literally 1:30. You know, it's like that. That's because time is going rapidly, going so fast that it's just gonna be non-existent in a way. And then when you think about it, because a lot of people be like, "Oh, it takes thousands of years to do certain things and everything like that," which I'm not disagreeing or anything like that. But when you think about time and then it speeds up fast, in the astral realm there is no time. What is that telling you? That's telling you literally the astral realm and the physical realm are literally merging. You know, that's literally telling you that. You know, and then sooner or later, things are already popping out here that are from the astral realm that is happening anyways. They all started in the 80s, to be quite honest. You know, um, not to say there weren't stuff before then that started coming in the astral realm, no, but more things started coming out in the astral realm like during the 80s and shit. But then they want to cover that shit up and everything like that, obviously. But then it keeps going to the 90s. It gets a little bit worse in the 90s. Then it gets a little bit worse for the wickeds, because it's like, what the fuck? Then it gets a little bit worse in 2000s, and then 2010s it get a little bit worse and shit. And then, boom, around this time, it's 2020 vision literally means everyone is going to wake up. For crying out loud. My mother, that's not into all this stuff, she's starting to wake up. She knows what's the fuck's going on here. She doesn't want to take the vaccine. I told her what's in that shit and all that crap, and she's like, nah, fuck that shit. And it's funny too. They just released something I put on Facebook of like saying that, oh, if you tests have showed that if you take the vaccine, you're in higher risk of getting HIV. And I'm just like, it could be made up. Yeah, it could. But think about it. Think about it. And then when you look at that article and it says AB5, I think that it's called, I looked it up. And it's some type of substance that's in it that is literally not good. You know what it does? It literally, how could I put it in words? Like, I'm trying to remember what it literally is so I could literally put it in words. It's basically like, not your immune system falls, but the only thing that pops into my head is zombie. You just like, and why they call it A B, was it AB 25? It sounds like it sounds like a name basically, you know, something that's from Star Wars, like all do D2. I can't talk right now, but I'm just saying, just thinking about it, just I want to get you the gears going too, and plus I'm thinking about this too, I'm just thinking about it because shit is happening soon, guys, and whether it's gonna happen today or not, it doesn't even fucking matter at this point. What matters is that you guys know that shit is gonna go down eventually, and we all know that. We all know that, and people always say when and shit and all that. Well, keep telling people, yo, wake the fuck up. Show them videos and shit. that can actually make them think and everything like that. But again, going back, it always goes to the fact that if they don't listen, you did your job. You know, if they, that's why sometimes when people be like for example, like, I don't know, I don't want to say that because it's like a personal thing, but for example, when people say that, how you know your higher self and you call yourself by that higher self, and then you use like a YouTube name of it, and then all of a sudden and then people are like, what if you just tell everyone around you that you call it that, and you're like, I am that, and inside your head, but you won't tell the person because it's like, that's a good example. But because knowing that's the most important thing, people got to realize that this is a time that already you can already see it just because the shutdown and cut, obviously. How long do you expect this shutdown to last? I wanna question that to some people that just want to question it. You know, even Ralph Small even mentioned it. They're like, they want you to be like this for the rest of your life, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I already put my foot down. I ain't having it, bitch. Fuck no. I remember one time I told my mom, and this was a while ago, obviously, when this all started, and she laughed at it, and I'm just like, do you want this to stay up put when you're in your 80s? Seriously, tell that to people. If they're not waking up, I would have told them, so you want this to last up until you're like dead. And if they give the answer of like, oh well, when the government ever, I'm like, the government's not going to do shit to you. You know what they're going to do? You know what they're going to do? If you're so-called Hispanic or black, guess what they're going to do to you? They want to fucking kill you. They're going to fucking try to slaughter your ass. And the thing is too, it's also written down that if any so-called white people try to help, they get killed too. And I'm just like, oh my god. Yeah, I'm telling you, you orcs, they don't care about you orcs. They don't. They don't. I'm telling you, no one doesn't care about these orcs, which is kind of sad. It is kind of sad. But why they came here? Because of the founding fathers. They fucked a lot of. They fucked. They fucked. They fucked the whole civilization up. Because they came in, touched something that they wasn't supposed to touch. Because they were like, oh, I wonder what this does. Oh, basically like, oh, this is stupid. It won't do anything, does it? And then everything gets fucked over and shit. And they're like, oh, ha ha. It's it's just, this is why in the new world, you know what? I already imagine myself eating like a whole bunch of oranges from a tree, just grabbing oranges from a tree, sitting back, relaxing, and hearing the ocean breeze, being on a beach, hearing the ocean breeze and everything like that, feeling the nice cool breeze on me too, having the feet on my, having the water on my feet, digging my toes in the sand, man. It's just, that's why I imagine every freaking day, man. Every day I imagine that shit. And that's a good thing. Have some type of stripe of goal like that, man. Especially if you're going to go to a new earth, man. New energies. Because the more you say that, the more you telling yourself that's the type of energy you want to be in. And that's a beautiful energy. That's a awesome energy. That's a high energy. Some people will be like, really? I'm like, yeah, it is a high energy. You mean to tell me you imagining yourself in a beautiful, great place is not high energy? Of course it is. you know, it is, and it's pure imagination. Some people, not a lot of people that watch, not all people that watch my videos think the same way. Obviously, I know that, but some people that don't watch my videos at all and they just come in, basically, they might not know what imagination really is, or they just might think it's just a joke. But like, dude, what are you, 5? What are you smoking, basically? And it's like, well, what's wrong with you? Oh, wait, that's right. The government tells you so much that, hey, when you grow up, stop being imaginative because it's for children. And yet, and yet, you complain about movies and all that shit while there's no creativity in Hollywood. You can't have both. You can't have it both ways, man. I'm sorry. You can't have it both ways. It doesn't go to everybody, obviously, but some people are like that. And that's just the movie thing is just an example. It could go to anything, basically. And it's just like it's like, do you not know? And it's fine if you don't know, but that's the thing. Some people think that I don't know. That's the thing. People, we, all of us are literally all in this together. Obviously, all obviously, no shit. And they're gonna do everything that they can to fight. This is why I say war is coming. Ralph Smart even fucking said that they're gonna try to fight, and I'm like, thank you. I'm not the only one that fucking sees that, and I saw that a long time ago before any of these people started saying this. Before I even fucking started watching Serious Tempo and shit. A long time ago. That's that's why when I look at my other channel that's like gone and shit, sometimes I'm like, damn man, look at all the history basically of me growing as a spiritual person gone. Gone. How does that feel? Has that happened to you? No, that's just for the trolls. And your trolls, to be honest, some of you trolls, by the end of the day, and you're not even part of these wicked beings. You're just a troll, but in not one of those SJW type trolls either. No, you're just a regular troll. One day, you realize we all need to fucking work together. I don't give a fuck, basically. And you know that deep down. It doesn't matter. Because you will have somebody that you care about, right? Of course. Everyone have someone that they care about. So won't you want to protect them? Thank you. Thank you. You know? Because everyone has someone that they care about, especially some of these evil beings. Not all of them. All of them are mostly all of them are fucking goddamn cold heartless motherfuckers. I'll say 5% of them have something, but they're still going to get killed and die, and they know that. You just know that. These wicked beings have done harm to the planet so much. Why do you think that the ice capsules are melting? Once that shit melts all the way, oh my god. It's already almost gone, isn't it? I'm sorry, because once that's gone, bing, like, because if it's flipped, we're upside down. We're not supposed to be the way the planet is right now. It's not supposed to be like that, and so many people know this already. They told you in school that the planet is in the tilt, and at one point it's even one point in the tilt, because remember that earthquake, and then all of a sudden, oh, it moved the planet slightly. I remember that. I was in high school. I was like about 18 when that shit happened. I remember that, actually. Do you guys remember that? If you don't remember that, then there you go. There's probably an article about it. But that did happen. And everyone was just like, oh, it's nothing. We were in school, and I remember I was just outside with my friend, and some people were like, oh, it's just nothing. And me and my friend were looking at each other like, nothing? Are you serious? No, that's like something huge. Okay? Just because it was a little bit, it did it. And he's like, thank you. I'm like, it did it. It did it. You know what that tells me? Basically? That I wish I should have saw this when I was 18, but it happened. But you know what? You can't complain because you learn along the way, you know? You know what that tells me? That right there tells me that obviously that is what's going to happen when this day happens. People are going to know about it. They're going to tell people, and people are going to be like, whatever. And then when it happens, that's it. And the thing is, first of all, why didn't the planet went all the way like that? See, you got to question this too. You can meditate to tell Mother Gaia why she didn't do it all the way. She does it for reasons, obviously. All right? She's also the Mother Cosmos. She knows what she's doing, obviously. She's not stupid. Oh, no, she's not stupid. All right? She knows everything. She knows what's going to happen. She knows that we won. And that's the best thing. And yes, she even saw the war that was happening. And she took part in it. Oh, yes. You're going to see her physically. Yes. She wants to come. She wants to join. I remember feeling that shit when I was talking to her and shit. And I'm just like, do you want to join the fight? I just asked her and she was like, why are you asking me? And I'm just like, wouldn't you want to? I mean, the spirit world and the physical world are merging together, so might as well, you know? And if not that, you're still fighting back, you know? That's why I told her. She thought about it, though, so I just left. I had to do my own shit, so. Maybe she thought about it. Maybe she thought about it. Who knows, man? It's always up to her. It really is. It's really up to her, because she could do anything what she wants to. That's what she's so pissed right now. And you know what? Some of us are upset. You know, not 100% upset because obviously but the only time we're in a way, because look, even though I go through spirituality and everything like that, and I woke up and more and more realize what's around me and everything like that, the more and more realize that this planet is literally hurting because of these evil beings, obviously. But when you really crack down to it, she is just furious beyond fucking be comprehension. Okay? She is furious. And that's why she's doing what she is doing. Alright? And it makes you think too. You think she called the other planets to start aligning? Because she was just tired of the bullshit? She's just tired. Because this couldn't last long, guys. The one thing too that some people forget, that you know what? I just keep that to myself for right now. For right now. So it's the best part is this stuff that's happening is never a bad thing. It's always for a reason. And some of us might die when this shit happens. But just remember this, you're gonna come fucking back anyways. You're immortal. And plus, when the spiritual and the physical merge together, guess what? You're coming right back. Like nothing happened. That's the one thing you have to remember when shit happens like this. Sometimes you have to take a breather, and sometimes you just have to do it. Even if you're shaking in your legs, shaking in your boots, you just gotta do it. It's almost like in the Dark Crystal, when Mother Olga, when she's Mother Olga in the Dark Crystal is basically Mother Tiamat, basically, and she's a physical embodiment of her, basically. When the planet's hurting, she's hurting, basically, and that's why I said that. Why wouldn't you join the war? And most likely she might. So, why wouldn't she? You know, if not, I'll drag her ass over here. I don't give a fuck. She'll be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "No, I'm sorry. You're probably doing something else, but I want you to be here. Why? Because you don't want to hang with your kids and beat the living shit out of them. I say that's the dream come true for a mama. All right, just saying. Because we're all her children, man. We are her warriors, basically. And most people are like, she's already fighting back. Exactly. I know she's fighting back. Of course. Why wouldn't she? She's always fighting back. That's why when they try to move her tectonic plates, it's like, nope. She would do it when she wants to do it naturally. All right? Because she knows when time is up. She knows. She knows. She knows when she can freaking change her shit, she would change her shit. No one's not going to tell her anything. If you did, you get a smacked in the face. Seriously. And if you try to be an evil, wicked being, and you try to do that, guess what she will do? She will burn you alive. All right? I literally sometimes can see them trying to like frack into her tectonic plate, basically. Tectonic plate. And literally I can see electricity or shockwave going through and them exploding. I can literally see that. For some reason I can see that. I don't know why. And if someone has mentioned that, then maybe it's dawned on me that yes, that does happen. But if not, if I never mention it, or if someone has mentioned it and I've heard about it, like if you guys have said it, then let me know, because I feel like I've heard about this before. But that's just the way she is. She's like, no, I'm not gonna move my tectonic plates because of you motherfuckers. You already did more harm that you did by flipping us over. That's where the ice capsules are going to melt and going to show on top the hole on both sides to go inside the earth. Yes. Now everyone was shut the fuck up and be like, oh, the moon ain't, I mean the moon, well, the moon is hollow. The earth ain't hollow. Oh yeah, when those ice capsules melt, you know. And then when that shit happens, that's when it's they're already melting anyways. Keep saying Naga. Alright? Hell yeah. People are saying it every day. I haven't heard people say Naga so much in my life. It's crazy. But that's our culture. That's part of us, basically. That's who we are. That is who we are. Alright? We are cosmic serpents. Alright? And we'll always be that way. Even the cosmos is a galactic serpent. Okay? Most people might be like, how is there proof of that? The universe is expanding. What expands? A snake. Some people even say that the universe expands just like a circle and that there's nothing in between. Like, it's just a circle of a snake and then there's like nothing around it. And I'm just like, probably not. If it is, you know, now I'm actually looking at a broader perspective of the, like, if the whole cosmic is a serpent like this, then what's out of the area here, basically? You know? Sometimes you have to take your minds into another perspective in a way. And some beings, good ones, might be like, I don't know. I don't know about that one. And I'm not saying that the universe is like that, but she is expanding like a snake. And I'm not saying it's caught up like a sucker, but some people might say that. Not a lot of people, but I'm just putting it out there just in case if anyone might say it. So if not, then not. So. And this whole video was just talking about, literally, it was supposed to be talking about what you want in the new world and shit, but I just made it just another talking video. I guess I don't care. So I'm just thinking, because the more, it's just, I don't know, guys, the more days go by, the more I keep seeing things that I know they're going to happen. You know? I already had a dream about the flood, and already that's happening. So The other dream that I had was the Giants coming back and the moon literally being blood red. And it's like fire and shit, like explosions. It's like a war happening there. They're shooting at each other, you know? Like, holy shit. It's like, oh my god, you see that? Yeah, you know? We'll see, man. We'll see. So, I'll see you guys later. I might do a part 2 of today. So,